Hello. What you doing? I just realized I didn't have my inks for the next card. And I am ready to roll. Ready, Freddy. Ready, Freddy. Ugh. So, I guess I better put my microphone on. Hang on a minute. I put my microphone on. Well, you're the first one, Miss OV. I gotta get my tape and hold up my thing here. Hang on a minute. I'm gonna try to get this thing so it doesn't keep falling off. I might put it like that. Maybe this will work better. Get your hair done. I got it cut last week. Cut and, oops, hang on a minute. I just hit a button. I don't know what I did. Yeah, I got my hair colored and cut. Hi, Karen Jo from Bradenton. Cut and colored last week. So, look pretty. I'm trying to get my camera situated. Hang on a minute so I can get in here. I hope everybody's staying warm. I know my friend up in Virginia is not. It's cold up there. And it's cold here too, guys. You know, this stuff's got to stop. That's all I can say. It's got to stop. I don't like the cold weather. Not liking it at all. I'm trying to get my camera adjusted right. I guess I'm good. My dog is, I swear to God, after she had that leg surgery, her hearing is gone. I have never heard of such thing, but you know, they say when sometimes you go through surgery, stuff happens. Oh wait, hang on. My things tell me I've got an internet issue. My husband is on watching. Okay, there we go. Hello from Frozen Indo. I do not want to be where you are, that's for sure. Indiana, is that correct? Oh my gosh, and I'm thinking it's cold at being at 54 degrees or whatever it may be. Hang on a second, I gotta get this thing off my window. There we go. My husband is watching TV and we don't have cable anymore. We got rid of all that. So we're using the internet, YouTube TV, the internet, and Hulu. Hulu, is it? No, Roku, not Hulu. Roku, a Roku stick. So we can get all that stuff. So anyways. But it's a lot cheaper, I'll tell you that, from what we were paying before. So anyways, hi Debbie Cox, how are you? Glad to see everybody coming on. It's cold outside, so we all need to be inside making cards. So today isn't today the 7th? Is today the 7th, or was that, oh, that was yesterday. Who sent cards out yesterday for National Card Day or whatever it was? Did anybody? I know a couple people on my team did. And I'm eating a mint in case you're wondering what I'm doing. Hi from Idaho, how are you? Welcome, welcome everybody. We'll get started in just a minute or two. We got everybody kind of slowly coming on. If y'all can see my junky room behind me, oh my goodness, I have got to do some major purging. I have got, anybody looking for a designer series paper that's been retired, let me know, because I have got a boatload of it. And I'm going to probably ship it to the lady that does the cards for soldiers, but I may try to sell it on my Etsy shop. But anyways, I've got to do some purging. I'm trying to purge. So, you know, you accumulate so much stuff. And I was telling my husband, I have stuff in my boxes in my closet in here in my stamp room on top shelf that I don't even know what's in it, and stuff I never use. I don't even look at it. I think it's more like paperwork and stuff like that. So anyways, all right, let's see. It is, oh, it's 7:02. So we're going to we'll wait another minute or two. Y'all can just listen to me rattling on. Yeah, so we're in Florida, Central Florida, and I'm thinking, Karen Jo, what's your temperature down there? She's in Bradenton. I'm sure, I think the whole state's cold. We're not used to this stuff. I can tell you that right now. We don't like cold weather. That's why we live here. But we're dealing with it. That's all we can do. My dog is actually wearing a little t-shirt that I bought her years ago, but I think it's kind of tight on her. So I think, oh, you made birthday cards and sent them out? All right. I think it's tight on her, not tight, but it's fitting. And I think it gives her comfort, like a thunder shirt or something. I don't know, but it keeps her warm, so she likes it. But I swear, after she had her surgery on her leg, I swear to God, the dog cannot hear. All of a sudden, she could hear fine. And then after we got her back from the surgery, you know, 3 or 4 weeks later, rainy and blustery. Yep, that's what it is down here or up here. She can't hear hardly. So usually she'll hear the garage door open, and she doesn't even hear the garage door anymore. So I don't know what's going on with her. 12 years old, 12 or 13, I guess. I don't know. Okay. Well, while everybody's popping in, let me go ahead and do my little, my spiel. I'm going to, oh, hey, Judy, how are you? One of my customers that lives outside of the Villages just popped on. How you doing? Okay, I'm just going to take a minute and introduce myself for those that may be coming on that are new, and not everybody introduces themselves. They kind of lurk in the shadows. I'm Dawn Duvall. I'm an independent demonstrator with Stampin' Up. I've been with them, believe it or not. Oh my gosh, this month it's 11 years. Oh my goodness, I can't believe it. Anyways, I've been with them for 11 years. And I just, you know, I worked in the mortgage world. It was extremely stressful, and found this through one of my coworkers and started making cards. Never did it before. I didn't even know what stamping was. Never heard of Stampin' Up. But anyways, fell in love with it, and really didn't do much other than Christmas cards and stuff like that. And then we moved to the Villages. I thought, well, this would be a great way to meet people. And here I am. That was 12 years ago. So probably, no, not 12 years ago. We moved here in 2012. So that was 10 years ago. So probably 9 years ago, after we moved in and got settled. So anyways, I love what I do, and I love sharing it with everybody. And I'm so glad that y'all are taking time from your busy schedule. Hi, Denise, up in New York. How's the weather up there? Cold and snowy? So I just want to welcome everyone and thank you for spending your Tuesday evening with me, at least an hour of it. I hope that I'm able to inspire you and give you ideas. And I just am looking forward to it. So a couple of things I want to go over. If you do not have a demonstrator and you would like to work with someone, I would love to have you work with me. I would love to earn your business. And if you don't have a demonstrator and would like a catalog, then message me. I'll be more than happy to put one in the mail to you. And then we, as I mentioned before, I am participating in a collaboration of other demonstrators doing tutorials. So I have a tutorial bundle, and these are people from all across the world. So these are people from the UK, New Zealand, all of those areas as well. This month's project, I'm telling you guys, if you order $50 through my online store and use my host code, which I'll show you when I put the camera down, these, there's 34 projects. I'm gonna flip the camera down so y'all can see. 34 projects. That's like $1, what, 50 something a piece. Where are you gonna get a tutorial for $1.50? Okay, I sell mine for $15 because it's a lot of work that goes into creating these. But this is the tutorial bundle that is for the month of February. So if you spend $50 or more in my online store and use my host code, which is right here, so in case you want to see it, it's S, and that's a 6, MVTNZY. Okay, and that's on the page, and it's also listed on my site as well, my blog. But anyway, so where can you go and get tutorials? This is 34. Last month, I thought we had a lot at 27. I think it was 27 last month. It's 34. And I asked the girl, I said, is there any way we could cut these in half, you know? But she said it's too much work. And she does a lot of work, so I can't, you know, that's a lot to ask. But anyways, so I wanted to share this with you all. So if you want to get an inspiration of all the various different stamps that we have available, and of course, I can't order everything. So this helps me to show you projects that that use the stamps that I don't purchase. So that's my gift for purchasing with me, a minimum of $50 or more, and then I will send you the link for 34 projects. So what more could you want, right? Okay, so this evening I am going to go over the new Altogether bundle, and I'm sure you all have seen the set, but I'll tell you what, I went online and it's hard finding other people that have made cards with it and get ideas. So I just want you to know I've created, we're going to do 2 tonight. I've made 3 additional ones because I really want you to see what you can do with this set. And I'm thinking I may go ahead and do an online class with this as well, but I'll keep you posted on that. I do have a class that I will have ready to launch probably by Friday, and it's using the Daffodil Dreams, Daydream stamp set and dies. And there's 5 videos with that. If you want to have, I'm going to do limited card kits, so they will be limited, but if you want to purchase just the videos and the tutorial, that's going to be available as well. But tonight we're going to work with the All Together suite. So this is the stamp set, and this is I think this is awesome. It's all in, it's to bring people together, and of course the way our world has been the last several years, we definitely need to get back into helping each other. So these are the stamps that come. There's 9 in the set, and then the dies, there are 5 of these, and they cut out the finger, the finger pinky thing, and then it also cuts out the hands here, and then it has a heart, and then it's got the words, which we're going to do. I'll show you where I use this one on a card that I made when we get done with these 2 cards. Okay, so you can purchase this, the bundle, the stamp set, the dies, 10% discount. And these are available now for everyone. And this is your cling stamps, okay? And this is the 6x6 paper. Now, it's all black and white, but I'm telling you what, if you haven't seen this, you can color. That's the whole idea. As part of the suite, this is part of it. Now, look at these papers. You've got black checks, and it's going to be hard to go, but I'll just kind of flip through. But the ones that I really like, so there's some with dots, and hearts, and checks, and more checks, and white. So it's all black and white, okay? And you can color, and I'll show you another one that I did when we get done. I colored one of these sheets of paper. All right, so there's some hands that you can color, and there's hearts there if you want to color those. And then here's a bunch of different hands holding. And this is one that I colored, and you'll see it on the card when we get done. I'll show you the ones that I made. I colored that whole thing. It took me forever. Probably used up all my Stampin' Blends too. So, but it's really nice. It's got a lot of nice black and white. So these are going to make some really good for masculine cards. All right. So there's a little bit of flower and then some black dots, and then there's different hands like that. So that's that. And then the nice thing is they've come out with 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 new Stampin' Blends, and they're all in skin tone colors. So what I will do is I will post tomorrow a download that you can print it out on cardstock, and they're smaller. They're going to be you should be able to get, I think, 3 or 4. I think you should be able to get them on one sheet. I can't remember. But so the blends are, let me just show you. These are some that I'm going to use tonight. Now, they don't have names to them. They're numbered. I want to keep these separate so I don't get confused. This is number 1000, and this must be 900. And these are the lightest of the colors. All right, so can you see that? So you've got skin tones for every, every walk of life, actually. And they go up to, what did I just tell you this was? They start at 100 and go up to 1000, okay? So we've got 1000 and 900 here, which are the lightest, and then the darkest go down to 100 and 200. So this is 800 and 700. So you can see they're getting a little bit, they're adjusting down in color or getting a little bit darker. And then these are another set that we're going to be using this evening as well. So it's really good, and it's going to take some practice on coloring and getting, to get the skin tones working. But I just think it's awesome. So we've got a lot more browns and tans and beiges and peachy colors that should be able to meet all the skin tone colors. So I will put I'll put 2 things. No, I'm sorry. I'll just do the one, because what it allows you to do, if you buy the blends, it will allow you to put all of the colors on a sheet, and then you can see how you can match them up and which ones look good with whatever. Okay, so this is what we're going to be working with this evening. So let me show you the first card that we're going to be making, and we're going to start out with this card here. All right, can you see that? Let me move in a little bit. All right, and then I'm using Bermuda Bay, and this is your 8.5 by 5.5, and I've scored it, so it's going to be one of the little fun folds, and I scored it at 2 1/4, 2 1/8. I'm sorry, it's scored at 2 1/8, and then the designer paper. This is the back side of this paper here. Let me put it up so y'all can see it. And these are cut at 2-inch strips by 5 1/4. And then I also put one here, which that's kind of a busy one. I put one here to coordinate with this one. Now what I did here was I put the white, basic white. This is the 4 by 5 1/4, and then I just added that onto the side. So it gives you a place that you can write, but it still keeps everything hidden. But isn't that cute? And then these are the matted black dots. So this is what we're going to make. So you're going to get to watch me color. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to put this up there out of the way. Okay, so we have our card base, and I've already got pretty much everything cut out, but we do need to score this. So let me get my Stampin' Trimmer in, and we'll get this scored. So we know we need to score at 4 1/4, right? So we're going to take 4 1/4, and we're going to go ahead and line that up and get it scored. And then now that we've got a 4 1/4 here, we're going to go back and score this side at 2 1/8, because that's half of 4 1/4. See, y'all didn't know you're going to get all this math when you started crafting, did you? All right, so there is 2 1/8 right there. So we're going to line that up right there, and we're going to pull the scoring tool down. All right, so this is math class. See, I'll tell you, when I was in mortgage financing, I never knew anything about the eighths, but I sure learned a lot about them when I started learning, started doing mortgage financing, because all of the rates were quoted in eighths. So there you go. All right, so we're gonna fold this over, and then we'll go. This is gonna be a pretty easy card. So, and I tried to make these very simple, so anybody can make these cards. They're not that difficult to make, and it's fun to color. So let me get this lined up, and we're going to give it a good crease with our bone folder. And then this one, since we scored it at 2 1/8, we're just going to fold it right back. So you know, you can measure it, or you can just fold it back in half. Okay, so that's how the card base is going to be set up, like that. All right, and then we're going to come in with this time I'm using this paper, and I'm not going to put one on the inside. So I'm going to put, I think I'll put the dots here, and I'll put the black and white check one there. So I'm going to go ahead and add this now, and then we'll get these added, and I'm not going to put anything here. I'm going to leave this one blank. So let me get out my multi-purpose glue, and let's go ahead and get this added. Can y'all see everything? Okay. And this is, you know, these fun folds, I tell you, they're fun. I guess that's why they call them fun folds. But I just love doing these different type folds. You kind of get tired of the same old, I shouldn't say get tired of it, but you know, it's always nice to do something a little bit different. So this is the front, so I'm just laying it flat, and I'm just going to plop it right down on top of the Bermuda Bay. And this is one of my favorite colors. I just love the greens and, you know, these colors. It just reminds me, like, whoops. And see, when you have to be careful, because the Tombow allows you to move it when you need to, but it also moves when you don't want it to. So just remember that. All right. So this is going to be our inside piece. So I'm going to put this right on this side right here, and we're going to go ahead and do that, and then we will put this down, and then we'll start to color. We'll do our stamping and our coloring. I hate covering up, but it's what you got to do. All right, so this is going to be our checks. So let's move that here. I'm going to put this right on here. I'm going to flip this over because I got glue on my fingers. And I'm just going to butt this right up. I'm going to bring this one all the way up to the white, so that way it doesn't show. So I left this one at, well, it's 5 1/4, right? 4 by 5 1/4. So we're going to bring that all the way over to the edge. All right, and then that gives us room right there that we can write our sentiment on. So we'll go ahead and add our adhesive to this. And, oh, I want to let y'all know, I think they still have the sale. The tweezers that I use, these right here, they are $8, $7.99. Scrapbook.com has them for $3.99. They were that way just the other day, and I got them in this color. Actually, it's like a teal color. But check out scrapbook.com if you need some tweezers. $3.99. It's half price. So I thought I'd share that with you all. And I should have just bought a bunch of them, and then I could have just sent them to everybody. But I didn't think about it. I think they should still be on sale, because I almost thought about going back in and ordering some more, and I wish I would have, since I had to pay for shipping. I should have ordered a boatload of them, right? Okay, so we're just going to add that right there. So that's going to be our card with our opposite subtract. Okay, so right now we're going to put that off to the side, and we're going to bring in, I'm using the Scalloped contour dies, and I want to say this is like the second or third largest. I don't recall, but the white is 2 3/4 by 4 inches. 2 3/4 by 4 is the Whisper white, and then so whatever measure your dies if you have these, and you'll see which one it will go into. So it just covers where the dots are. Okay, all right, so this is going to go on the front, but right now we're going to go ahead and stamp, and we're going to use our Memento black, and we're going to do the hands. And look at how dirty this is. Good Lord. And you can also color. I'm thinking you could color that heart in as well. I think I need to clean this block. Okay, let me make sure I got it straight. Okay, I think that's better. All right, so we're going to go ahead and use our Memento ink, and I'm going to just do it upside down because it's just easier for me to get that. Not that it's a big stamp, but it's just easier to make sure I get good coverage. And then we're going to stamp this. Let me move this out of the way so I can get in here and do my color in here. I'm going to try to get this in the center. Now, some of it may hang off, but that's okay. I'm going to come up a little bit higher than I did on the last one. So let's push that down right about there. I see I need to clean my block though. And just make sure we get the ink. There we go. All right, so now I am going to pull in these two colors, and again, they are, this is 1000, and then this is the 900. I'm just going to color them one. I'm not going to do shading. I'm just going to color them one at a time, and I'm not sure. Let's see, this is the 1000. This is the lighter of the two. So I think what I'm going to do is go ahead and put this one on the left side, because I think it's on the right side. So I'm going to change this up a little bit. And it's really not that difficult, right? We're just coloring with our blends. And so I'm just going to come around so you get to listen to me chit-chat to you all while I'm coloring. And what I'm going to do is, I found when you see what I colored with my blends earlier today, I'm going to have to order some more blends, because, if you use your fat tip a lot, if you notice, it starts to go a little cattywampus, doesn't it? And it's kind of splotchy, unless I'm doing it wrong, which, God, it could be me, right? So, all right, so then I'm just going to come back with my fat tip, or whatever you call this thing, and I'm just going to lightly pull these colors in. But think about the color of people's skins. You've got your white and your peach color. You've got your Asians that are more a light brown, and you have Mexicans and African Americans. So I think that these colors are just going to be perfect for getting various skin tones. Now, I'm not going to color. I'm going to leave this splotchiness, because sometimes people's skin look like that. So I'm just going to leave that, and then I'm going to come in with this one, and this is number 900. This one's going to be a little bit darker. So again, I'm just going to come in and do some coloring here, and I'm going to get underneath. And we'll do the fingers. And the more, just like any of the other blends, the more you color, the more color you add to it, the darker it will get. So I could always make this darker. And see, this to me's got like a little bit of an orangey look to it, and when you start to color. So if you haven't purchased these, I highly recommend. They do come in, a pack of 2. So they do not come individual. They're sold in packs of 10. Packs of 2. And obviously they're not in this catalog. They're in the next catalog coming up, but you can search it all together and it will pull up the suite of products. So again, I'm just taking the marker and just trying to fill in and hopefully not have too many streaks where it makes the person's skin look kind of hideous, right? So hopefully that doesn't happen. And I think I'm just going to bring this down so it comes off the edge because I don't want it to look funny. All right, now see how the two colors are much different? And then we got that little heart there. Isn't that cute? So that's these two blends here. So those are the two that we're using on this one. Now I'm going to come in with one of the sentiments in the stamp. And the sentiments are really nice because you've got this little star thing that you can use. I promise for pinkies. Love changes everything. Every act of kindness changes the world. We'll get together. We'll get through this together, and then you matter to me. So those are, I think, are some pretty nice sentiments. So we're going to go ahead and ink up our You Matter to Me using, again, our Memento Black ink. And I'm going to stamp it on here. Hopefully I can get it straight. And we're going to take it and put it right about, I think I'm going to put it a little bit lower. Hopefully that's, I don't think it's centered, but it's okay. It doesn't matter, though it does matter. All right, so let's close this up. All right, so I have that on there. And then we're going to add this to our scallop piece like that. And you could put some ribbon around this if you wanted. I didn't even think about that. But we're going to add this, and then we'll add our black matte dots. And that will take up some of that hidden space. And let me get this over here. All right, and then we're going to pop this up. And this will go right on here, and we can get it to where it will hide. Unless you want your stitching to show, you can cut it a little bit shorter, but I wanted it to be I wanted it to cover up the stitching because I wanted to have it big enough to get all of that in there. But isn't that cute? All right, so now we're going to I'm just going to add this using adhesive. Now, because we're going to do it like this, right? We only want to put adhesive on this side, right? So when we open it, it's going to open like that. All right, so I'm going to kind of use a guide. My dots here are my guide, and it will come over here. So I'm going to look at my scallops. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 scallops from the left end, and that's where I'm going to put my adhesive. So I'm going to lay it down so that I know that, and I think I'm going to use my seal. So my 4 scallops, so I know I'm going to put 1 here. And we're going to do 1 here, and that's probably going to be good. I'll put some up here. I don't think we need much more than that. That's 3. That'd be good. That will hold it in place. All right, so I'm going to gauge where I want it to go. Hang on a second. And I think that looks good right about like that. And we're going to push that down. And then there's our card. Isn't that cute? All right, and then let's add these black dots. We have those, so let's bring that in. All right, and then we're gonna put some little dots on here because this guy looks kind of naked. Naked. It's a little naked looking. And let's put some down here. They always say that you should put your embellishments in groups of 3. Just count. That's what I was told. Just put them in groups of 3. Not sure why, but that's what they say. All right, so there's our first card. Isn't that cute? Isn't that a nice card? And then open it like that, and then it still gives you room to write your message. And you could make this for any occasion, you know. I've got to make a Valentine's card and my husband's birthday. I just want y'all to know that because his birthday is February 12th, we can never get reservations to go out for dinner because everybody is doing dinner because it's Valentine's Day. But we did get reservations at one of the restaurants, so I'm happy about that. Anyway, okay, so let's bring in the next card. Let me get that one out. Hang on a second, and I'll show you this one. This is a cute one, too. Let me hold on a minute. Let me get my supplies out of here. All right, so this is, hang on a minute. We're going to do white and some grainy apple. And then we're going to do some more coloring. And this is what this card looks like. What do you think about that? All right, so I'll show you what I did. I just stamped this in basic gray and stamped off. And then I did the hands and everything. And then when I cut this, I just cut it at an angle. That's all I did. Hi, Dawn. Oh, thank you. Whoever that was that just said hi to me. Thank you very much, whoever shared it. I assume that was you. All right, so this is this card. Now, I'm not putting anything on the inside at this point. So this is the one that we're going to be making. Again, it's a very simple card. That's why I'm thinking if you're, learning, it might be a good class to do. Okay, so this is the card we're going to make. And we're using a thick basic white. And again, this one's at 5.5 by 8.5. And, the one thing about using white paper, you've got to be careful. Because if you have any kind of smudges, and I know y'all can relate to this, and my cutter needs to be cleaned up. But if you notice, any little smudge on your hands will get on your paper, right? So we have to be really careful. All right, so this is 8.5 by 5.5. So we're going to score at 4 1/4. Let me make sure I got it at 4 1/4. Yep. Because, I get to talking and I might not measure it right. All right, so that's 4 1/4. And we're going to do this one where it opens from bottom to top. Let me put that down there. Oh, I'm going to need that in a little bit. All right, so we're going to fold this over. Whoopsie. Get this folded. And we'll place that down and go ahead and give it a good crease. And this too, again, if you have gunk on your bone folder, you got to be careful about that too. All right, so the next thing we're going to do is I'm going to add, now this paper is from the Party Patterns, or Pattern Party, I'm sorry. It's one of the ones where you can get it as, if you're a demonstrator, you can buy it. It's got like 48 sheets, it's 12 by 12, but you can get it if you are a, like if you host a party and have enough points, you can get it that way as well. I'm getting my stamp out in case y'all are wondering what I'm doing here. And so anyway, so I'm using that, and I cut that at 4 by 5 1/4. And I'm getting my stamp together so we can use it. We're going to do the Pinky Promise thing here. All right, so let's go ahead and add this one. We're going to go ahead and add this. We're going to add this one to our card base. We'll get this one, go ahead and do that and knock this out. And then we're going to get to doing some stamping here. All right, so the first thing, I will tell you not to do what I did. The first thing I did when I started stamping the hearts, and I'll show you that in just a second. Let's get this on here first. So don't you love this? I really like Granny Apple. It's just an odd color, but I really like it. So let's make sure that we're straight with that. I think we are. Okay, so we're going to leave this alone. We're going to set that off to the side. Now this piece here is 3 3/4 by 4 1/2. So 3 3/4 this way by 4 1/2. All right, and then what I did initially, don't do what I did, is I started stamping on my hearts, right? And then I realized, well, that was stupid because I hadn't stamped my hands on there yet. So I'm going to stamp my hands first, and then we're going to stamp the hearts. So we're going to do this set right here. And this is going to be 2 girls because we're going to color their fingernails. We're going to do their nails. So we're doing some polishing tonight. We're doing nail care tonight too. And actually, let me turn this upside down. So we're going to color their fingernails. So they're going to have some pretty nails to show. I bet y'all didn't see that on my initial card, did you? All right, so I am going to put this down towards the bottom, and I'm going to stamp, probably do right about there, and then we're going to be cutting this at an angle, so we're going to cut off a little bit of their wrist. And something else that you can do, and I didn't do it on these cards, but I thought about it. You could put, you could draw a line and color in like a bracelet on the wrist if you want to do something like that. Or if one of the rings, one of the fingers, you could do like a ring or a thumb ring or whatever. So just keep that in mind. So think outside the box. You might come up with some really good ideas that would make some cute cards. Okay, so there's our Memento black ink. So now what we're going to do is we're going to pull in our heart, which is part of the set. And we are going to, hang on a second, let me get this closed. Oh, there we go. And I'm just going to start stamping the gray. And I'm going to stamp, there's no rhyme or reason. I'm just going to stamp away. I'm going to stamp off. I'm going to stamp regular. I'm going to twist my heart around. Just because you don't want it to look like it's, you know, supposed to be. So, you know what I mean. We don't want it to look like it was designed to be that way, correct? So let's just twist them this way, and we'll twist them that way, and we'll put one right here. And then, so we're just going to keep, let's see, do it like that, and we'll do it like that. Oops, oh, we're going to cover that one up. I made a boo-boo. So we're going to cover that one up. And then look, you can also make rings. Let me show you. You can stamp them like that, and you have double rings. All right, so I need to stop talking because I put some ink there, but we're going to try to hide it with another heart. I think that will cover it up. And then we just wanted to cover and just keep stamping and do a little bit more stamping. We'll do some stamping off. But I kind of like it not so much stamped off because it's already gray. I mean, it makes it light looking, but I kind of like it a little bit darker. And I think we'll squeeze one right there. And we'll put one right there. Look, see how they're hooking up with each other. Look at that. Isn't that cool? And we'll do a little twisty one there. Stamp that one off. Then, you know, you don't have to put as many as I'm putting, but why not, right? Why not? Okay, and let's do a little bit here, and we'll put one right here. How's that? Okie doke. I think that's good. I think we got lots of hearts, so that means that we really care for this person. All right, so let's now let me close this up, and now we can start coloring. And we'll move that off to the side. Now I'm bringing in all of these colors because we're going to paint fingernails too. So we'll do that after we paint, after we color our skin. And then we're going to also color a heart. So let's see. Why did I bring in all of these colors? Let me see which colors we have. So we have number 600 and 500. So see how dark these are? And then this is 700 and 800. So these are lighter skin tones. Okay? So I'm going to come in and I'm going to start with the 600, which is a little bit darker. And I think I'm going to switch these up again. So move that out of the way. And again, I'm just going to come in and just start. This is the darker. I think I'm going to see what it looks like. Let me see what it looks like with the lighter 600, 500. No, I think the 500, no, yeah, 500 is going to be a little bit darker. So I'm just going to come in with this one and make sure I leave their fingernail so that we can color that. I tell you, whoever came up with this set, I really, really like this set. I just really feel it can be a lot done with this. All right, so we're going to come down. And again, I'm just going to start coloring. Let me see what this color does. It might be way too dark, but well, we'll go ahead and color in with this. And then try to blend that. So that's, and this is a good way to practice coloring and putting colors together, which is what I need to do. And because you can mix all these different browns, right? And try to come up with different skin tones. You know, you've got American Indian. You've got all sorts of, you know, then you've got Europeans that, you know, a lot of them are, you know, very white. So it's really an awesome set to be able to have this. All right, so there's that one. And it's really not that hard to do, right? It's not taking that long. And now we'll do the other one. And I'm going to start with, let's see what number. This is 700, and this one is 800. So this is a little bit lighter one. This one looks a little bit more peachy. So I'm not sure. Let's try this one. Yeah, see, this is really peachy looking, isn't it? I don't know if I want it that dark. I think I'm going to go with this one. I don't know what that's going to look like. It might not look so bad. Yeah, I think I'd rather, we maybe come back and do a little bit of that one. But I'm going to use, this is the number 800 for those of you that want to know. All right, so I'm just going to go around the fingers and leave their fingernails so that I can color them. But I just thought this is a cute set. What do y'all think? Do you like this set? I think it's awesome. And let me just come down on this thumb and color in between the fingers there and go around. And then I am going to just come down with a line. And then I'm going to come back with the bigger tip and color because it'll make it a lot easier. Okay, so we'll take this one and we're just going to make some long strokes. See, that's the thing that concerns me is that, you know, you don't want to have stroke lines, right? And then as far as trying to get, I'm just going to have to look at pictures and practice skin color. And so again, the more we add, a little bit darker they get, right? Just like with any of our blends. But I think what I want to do is come back with this one. I think this is the darker, and just try to give a little shadow to that, and then come back again, because that would be like the crease of their hand. So let's just do a quick color right there. All right, so we've got those colored in. Now we're going to come back, and I'm not sure why I chose Dark Magenta Madness, and we're going to make those fingers. Let's do them on this one. Let's do a little pinky there and a little pink on this one. Okay, so that person, she's got magenta, and this one is going to have real red and light. So this is the light real red. All right, so we're going to paint their fingers. I think I'm going to make another card and do a bracelet on the wrist. I think that'd be cool. All right, and then let's color in one of the hearts. So let's do this one, even though I'm just picking one. Let's just color in the heart, just for fun. All right. Actually, we could do the two together if we wanted, since they're looped together. All right, so let's just do that. All right, so there's that. All right, and then the next thing we're going to do is, let's go ahead and stamp our sentiment. And I've got a piece of basic white, and this is 2.5 inches by 1.5. So it's 2.5 by 1.5. And then the Granny Apple Green is 1 3/4 by 2 3/4. Okay, and on this one we're going to stamp the. Hang on a minute. Oh, that's not what I want. Do I want that one? Yeah, let's. Hang on a minute. I'm trying to decide if I want to do that or Pinky Promise. Oh, let's do Love Changes Everything. They're good friends. They love each other. They're besties. So I'm going to stamp that in Memento Black. And we're going to put that right on here. Okie doke. And then I'm going to come back with my heart stamp in my real red. And I am going to stamp a heart right up here in the corner. Okay. Trying to pull it all together. All right, let me put that there. Okay. All right, so now let me get my paper trimmer, because now we're going to do some trimming. I'm going to set this aside for a minute, and we're going to put that on at an angle. But I'm going to bring this one in because I want to cut this. and I'm not sure how I want it to, how I'm going to cut it. So I'm just going to look at it. And so I think I'm going to cut an angle, and I should have pushed the hands up a little more. I think I'm just going to cut it across like that. So I'm just going to put it in the trimmer and just do a little wackadoodle. I'm just gauging it. There's no right or I'm just picking a spot and I'm going to cut it. Okay, whoopsie. So let's see. It's not going to be much on this one. So let's see. Let's do it about like that. We'll leave this part, we'll leave that part right there. So I'm just going to cut it like that. So we've cut that piece off. All right, so that's going to be the angle there, but I want to also cut the top. Let's see. Which way do we want it to go? Hang on a minute. Let me see. I'm just playing here, so I'm just trying to figure out how I want it. And I don't think I want it straight. I think I'm going to do it probably the same. I think I'm going to cut it at an angle, not much of an angle though. So we're just going to lightly trim this one up. And again, I'm just cutting it. All right. Put that over there. Okay. Just to give it a different look. You know, there's all sorts of things that you can do. And we always get stuck in doing our same things, right? Same old, same old. So I think I'm going to lay it down. I like that. So we're going to do that. And then this is going to be covered up anyways because we're going to put our sentiment there. And I'm going to butt this right up to the edge. So let's go ahead and lay this down. Now I could trim this up a little bit more, but I like that. I'm going to leave it just like that. So, okay. Get my glue going. We'll put our adhesive on here. Okay. And then, whoops, let's add this. So I know I want this to go right about to the edge of the green, but I want to bring it down enough to where this is right at the edge as well. So it looks like it's cut off. I think I'll do it just like that, okay? All right, this one I could have cut a little bit more, but that's all right. Okay, now we're going to add this on here. I'm going to put the green, the granny apple. I'm going to butt that one up as well. So we're going to butt that one up, and then I'm going to put this one on at an angle. I've got the angle thing going on tonight. Not sure why, but I do. All right, so we're going to do that. And again, I haven't put anything on the inside for sentiments. I'll do that when I get ready to send the cards out, and then that way I can adjust it and address it however I want it to be for whoever it's going to be for. And so I'm going to lay this right here. I'm just covering up the right at the top of that white of the cardstock, and I'm just adhering it. All right, and then we're going to add this. Again, we're not using any dimensionals or anything. So we're just going to put this one on there and add this, but we're going to place it at a little bit of an angle. And that just gives it a fun, funky look. That's all. All right, so we're going to take this one, and I'm just going to angle it about like that and lay that down. There you go. There's our other card. Isn't that cute? So here are the two cards that we made. Let me bring this one in. And as you can see, all right, those are the two that we made. Now look at the difference in my coloring. Okay, hang on a second. Look at, this is the one we just made. This is the one I did yesterday. Now I used the other color pen, and that's got more of a peachy, like an orangey look. This one's more light, you know, and then this one I used the lighter one, and that one's a little bit darker. It might be similar. I like the nail polish. And then here's our fun fold. Now let me show you a couple, thank you. Let me show you a couple of other ones that I did. I'm going to show you. This is one, I think I showed you this one last week. This is one I did on Real Red. And remember that little thing in the stamp? I stamped that right there like the sun. So I stamped that over and put Love Changes Everything and put 2 hearts on this one. This one's blank. And this one is Poppy Parade. This is another piece of that paper. Now what I did is I used 2 of the stitched rectangles that I cut, took the two sizes that nested in each other, and I cut them out. So I have this, I just wanted to have the frame. And then I colored, and then I just, I used one of our retired sentiment, you know, the punches, and then I did the white and just cut that in half. Isn't that cute? All right, now here's the one. I know the red and blacks are just gorgeous. All right, here's the one that, this is the piece of paper. Hang on, let me show it to you before I show you what I did. So you'll see how much work went into this. All right, remember that piece that was arched? Okay, this piece right here. Hang on. Okay, so I colored. Here's the piece. All right. And I colored it, and then I cut it down. Isn't that cute? And then I they have the dies that say, "Here for you." So I did that in white, "Here for you." And then on the inside, I took a strip and put it down, and then I cut out the words, "You matter." Isn't that cute? So there you go. There's like a fun rainbowish colored, I don't know. I just picked, I picked 10 colors because there's 20 lines. So I picked 10 and went down 10 and then just started back and then worked backwards. And this is on shaded spruce, and this is at 8.5 by 5.5 and scored at 4 1/4. So I did this in black, and I just put "Here for you" and put in here "You matter." So aren't those cute? So these are all the different ways that you can use this set. And I'm really considering maybe doing a class with this set because I just think it makes some really nice cards. Look at that. Aren't those cute? Bright and colorful, huh? Whoops, let's get this guy in here too. All right, well, I am 10 minutes early, so that makes up for the times that I've been running late. I'm going to come back on screen. I hope you all enjoyed those cards. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed the cards. I will post the skin sampler page. Put a link on there for you all to download that, and then you can print it out. And if you buy these, the blends, then you can go ahead and mark and get your colors and try to just work with and try to put them together and play with them and stuff. I think that would be real helpful when it comes to coloring. So thank you again. I appreciate it. I'm letting you out of school 10 minutes early. All right, everyone. Thank you so much again. If you haven't already, please share my video. It helps me to reach out to other people. I would greatly appreciate that. And if there's anything I can do for you, please let me know. And until next time, stay warm, stay out of the snow or the cold or the rain, and I'll see you all next Tuesday. All right, thanks again, everyone. Have a great evening. Bye now. I'm glad you love the red and black. I think this one is really gorgeous. I think they both are, but I really like the frame there. Okay, have a great evening, everyone.